Hello, everybody. So, before we get into tonight's video, quick announcements. Uh, we were doing a podcast up until a little while ago. And to be clear, we liked doing that podcast. We really did. But honestly, it was very much a large portion of our time, 3 to 4 hours, that we were having to consistently schedule out. When it just makes sense that if we want to do little fun games, little fun segments, just to do them. So that's what we're going to do from now on. But with that in mind, we will still order in the old podcast order. My name is Cleeps.
My name is Russ.
My name
I
is
was holding that face the entire time.
And my name is Neo.
All right, and welcome to the elaboration game. So, if you've never watched our podcast, or technically my previous videos on my channel where I played this very exact same game, let me explain how it works. One of us has watched, read, or consumed something, or maybe looked into our horoscope. Maybe. And they will, of course, be answering as vaguely as I was going. You guys ruined the big reveal.
I saw Neo pointing on the ninja. Then I'm like, wait, which angle am I? Oh yeah, you're screen sharing on this.
I'm Ninja, like on my mom's computer. Neo was pointing at you. I forgot I was next to Neo.
Oh yeah, no, I had to double check.
Anyways, I don't know. They, I guess you know it's Eve now, will of course give us the title and author of the work that they have consumed. And they will, vague as possible, Eve, hint, 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 because you've been bad at it before, they will answer 20 questions. And if we need more information about the thing, then we are allowed to use one of our 5 elaborations. And if we use an elaboration, you answer in actual detail.
Yes.
With all that in mind, Eve, take it away. What did you consume, watch, or read in a newspaper about our futures?
Real quick, please.
What?
Can I do a little thing?
Oh yes, right, yes. We're bringing this over.
Yeah, we're bringing my lovely drink on the left. Oh wait, that's right.
Oh no, you're still doing this.
Yeah, he's still doing this.
God damn it! What did you get? I forgot.
Now what flavor you guys think this is?
I hate
I'm
how
scared.
aggressively dark it is.
It might be because my lighting here.
Horribly disgusting flavor, probably.
Honestly, this one might not be that bad.
Can't be as bad as the enchilada.
A chocolate strawberry soda.
Okay, that's not bad.
Wait a second, Ross.
Oh, yes.
If that were in a can. This
is clearly a bottle.
You know, if they gave it to you in a can.
If it was only in a can. 0 out of 10 would not. I'm joking. Again, this is from Vet19. Not sponsored, unless they decide to sponsor us one day.
Blame my dad for that. Anyways,
the more you acknowledge your dad, the more I have to cut past.
Okay, I'm done now. I read a book called The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods.
Did you find it? That's a joke, by the way. Are we really doing this? Are we really doing this, Ross? Ross, do you really want to do this? You want to play this game? You want to play this game?
You want to play this game?
Oh, we playing this game. I think we're playing this game. Where is he? Dang it, I actually don't know where I put him. Oh, here he is. We're playing this game?
We're really playing this game? Are we playing this game?
This is my good luck turtle. Don't make me bring out my good luck turtle.
All of this in, please.
Yeah, this is all in. This isn't showing some third person that didn't have.
Oh god.
Anyways, okay, sorry about that. Right. Anyways, so Lost Bookshelf by person, that name you said earlier.
Evie Woods.
Evie Woods. Okay. So, I guess we begin now. With all that in mind, I guess should we start with the obvious question?
Is the library? I'm joking.
First of all, not a library.
Bookshop.
Did they
Oh,
find it?
bookshop. Bookshop, library, same difference.
No, they are like vitally
Very
different.
different things.
Like
You-
ultra different.
You find books at both places.
Yeah, but one of
Anyway.
them involves your
purchase
wallet.
them.
One of them doesn't.
Well, I would
Exactly.
argue the other one does if you have a library card.
Fair point.
True.
Fair point. Anyways, what is the genre, Eve?
I know. That's genre.
It is historical fiction.
Ooh, historical fiction. Oh, okay. Well, that makes
With a little bit of romance.
with a little. Okay. Well, I think, guys, I'm going to discuss with you guys for a second. Historical fiction. I feel like we need to ask, where are we? When are we? Right? When are we historically fictioning?
Okay. The base of the title, we could submit that question if Neo agrees. Predicting that this feels like we're in Britain. This feels like we're in Britain during
I
1950 or 1950-esque.
I don't. No, definitely not 1950s. No. This is like probably like 1800s, maybe 1700s. But I do want to point out there was famously the library of Alexandria.
Right.
So if they're being like clever with the title, it might have something to do with that.
It could be.
But I feel
But
like,
also, you gotta keep in mind, you said like the 17 to 18. I'm thinking 19 because the bookshop was completely lost. Also, you gotta keep in mind, this is a bookshop. We're not looking for an ancient civilization here.
we were ancient civilizations in the 1700s and 1800s.
Well, people are looking for more. You do not. Neo knows what I mean.
I think let's ask the year. Let's just ask the year. I think. What year does this take place?
Depends on what part.
Oh,
God,
guys, I think we have to. Let's elaborate.
Okay.
So about a third of the chapters take place in 1920s Ireland,
Okay.
Okay.
and the other 2/3 take place in modern day Ireland.
Oh, okay. So,
honestly, I wasn't that far off.
all right, 1920s. Yeah, definitely not 1950s. But
Like
yeah,
1920s, 1930s area.
that makes sense. Yeah.
I wasn't far off. Like that. Yeah.
So okay. So most of the book isn't actually historical fiction. That's interesting. Huh.
Correct?
Well, that is interesting because apparently that's the most of the genre.
Do we find out the reason why the bookshop was lost? What do you guys think of that question?
Ross, that question makes a big assumption that there is actually a lost bookshop. How many times have we done books on this show, and there have been titles in the books that are kind of meaningless? Oh, Eve's laughing.
See, the Fox and the
Fucking
Falcon.
devils.
And
The devil's in the
Spirit
detail.
Dragon, I mean, because I haven't read Fox and the Falcon yet. Anyways.
Right. So I think before we ask if it was found, we should confirm whether it was lost. But
I never
I'm not sure if that's the question I want.
asked. Like my question was, I never.
Sorry.
I never said.
What was your question? I may have forgot.
My question was, how is this bookshop lost?
All right.
Not how it was found.
I guess
If it even is found. But what do you guys think of that question? We can save that for later. We can have it on the back burner.
Honestly, I think this is a good one. I think this is a good one if we word it properly.
Okay.
If
Yes.
if and how, if the bookshelf was lost, how was it lost?
Thank you.
It doesn't fully explain how it's lost, but it just kind of disappears off the face of the earth.
I think we need to ask if this story has magic.
Oh,
Historical fiction by default doesn't, but maybe this story has a bit of a mystical element that is like a bit of a spoilery thing.
Are you gonna ask?
I think we leave that on the back burner.
All right, putting it on the back burner. Ow!
I think we need.
God damn it, please.
Did you forget your oven mitts again?
I probably should have tapped the back burner a few times when I went to put it on there.
You can speak.
We can all speak. I think we need to find out who our main lead or leads are.
Well, we're definitely leads unless we're dealing with an immortal or a really, 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 really old protagonist.
Sorry, that just made me laugh the way you worded that.
Yeah, wait, I got lost. Neil, did you get any of that?
Because
No.
because parts of this book take place in 2 different time periods.
Very different time periods, for that matter.
It is a fair implication that we definitely probably have 2 protagonists.
At least.
Okay.
So, I guess who are they?
There are technically 3 different main characters
Oof.
that the
Okay.
chapters bounce between perspectives of.
Okay.
Their names are Opaline, Martha, and Henry.
Why did you say that name?
Where is Martha?
Where is she?
Okay, Opaline, Martha, and Henry.
Yes.
Okay. I
You can
guess,
probably guess by the names which one's from the 20s.
honestly,
Can you say the
that's
names again?
actually more difficult than you think.
Can you say the names again? Oberlin?
Opaline, Martha, and Henry.
All 3 of those names would have been in use at the time.
I think I lean towards the first one, and
Opaline sounds like a more outdated name.
the reason why I think it sounds outdated, but also I wonder if because Eve had mentioned that there were 3 different, like we have 2 of these parts of the story that take place in modern day, and then 1 in the past.
2/3.
What-
2/3.
Oh,
So most of it takes place
2/3. What if each perspective is a third, and she just read it off like that?
Maybe.
So Henry is our last person.
Shall we get our main character's goals?
I mean, might
Yeah.
as well. We might as well see what their goals are.
What are the main character's goals?
Opaline's is to run her bookshop successfully.
To run the
find
bookshop
her.
successfully. Well,
Okay.
that definitely confirms that she's from the 20s.
I mean,
Martha's,
she could be making a bookshop in the in the present,
By the
and
way,
need the inspiration.
I realized I said that, but here's a little ironic thing. There's a little ironic joke here.
What?
If that book truly does take place in the modern day, all the characters are from the 20s.
Anyways.
I'm just gonna stare at you for the rest of this.
and then
Turtle.
Martha's main
Oh.
is to escape her abusive husband and to find the lost manuscript of Emily Bronte. I'm probably butchering her
It's
last
Bronte.
name.
It's Bronte.
And then Henry's is same as Martha's. And
Alright.
to find the lot and to find Opaline's bookshop.
Okay, so Henry actually cares about the bookshop itself.
Yeah.
Alright.
And she just revealed that it was Opening that had the bookshop, so that literally just guarantees that it was the past.
Yeah. We kind of got that already. Alright. So. Alright, I think this is the time we ask. Are there any overt supernatural elements in this story?
Mm.
In a way, yes.
Well,
Mhm.
I think we have.
What do you
to
mean in a way?
Ross,
They're either yes or
Ross,
no.
You know
You
that.
need to use
Yeah, there is only one way, Ross, to get the what do you mean in a way.
you would need to use
Do you want to elaborate for that?
I think,
I
yeah,
kinda
this is
do,
super
yeah.
important. This is super
Okay.
important.
Okay. Yeah. Let's elaborate.
We need to know.
Elaborate.
We're
Okay.
elaborating.
So there's not necessarily any magic being used by any of the characters,
Okay.
but Martha was working for a woman that went by Mrs. Bowden,
Okay.
and she was working as a housekeeper in this big, beautiful mansion for her.
Okay.
And she lived in a apartment in the basement.
Okay.
That's a lot of details for the question, but we do
Fine.
elaborate, so.
It's getting to that. And basically, there's roots of a tree growing inside of the basement without a tree in sight that eventually lead to how the book ends.
Oh.
Is this leaning towards the
I think I'm
what
getting the
is
picture here, but this book is weird. If what I'm thinking,
yeah, I'm trying to
right.
think. What is that tree that's famous in is it Norse mythology?
Yggdrasil?
Yggdrasil? Is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
Yes.
Like the world tree?
Yeah, Ross. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have navigated that tree a whole bunch. Check out my well, actually, don't check out my gaming channel. I didn't upload the whole thing. I upload a lot of it there, but also just check out my video on
Um
that. Anyways,
so that tree is yeah, I'm trying to figure out how the tree
I think here. Let's go very
affects much.
simple. Is the bookstore underground?
No.
Ah, ooh, it's not
It's
underground.
uh,
What was the point of that question, plebes?
I have.
yeah, I'm trying to I'm questioning
I
the
would have given it to you without you taking away a
That's not
question.
how
if
the
you would
game
have
works, Eve.
asked
That's
a
not how the
question.
game works. You know that.
That's how I play the game. That's not how it's supposed to work.
Right. So, the reason I asked that question, I was wondering if the routes were leading to the bookstore, like directly. But it does sound so
They might
somehow.
not.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that. It does seem like that, don't it?
Yeah.
This
me. Hmm.
this type of story, historical fiction is so hard because it's basically the action adventure of genres,
Hmm.
of book genres rather. If you get a video game on Steam and it's labeled an action adventure, that game could be anything.
Yeah.
Right.
I've read a
Yeah.
historical fiction book that I really like that took place in like ancient Roman times. It was interesting, and unfortunately too far out for an elaboration game. I have talked to Eve about it though.
Yeah.
But
I remember you talking about it.
yeah,
Hmm. I'm trying to think what question would be good to ask because like I'm trying to think like what angle for stuff like
I think.
so the tree is grow for like so what we got now
Mhm.
we have basically let's just say three not chapters but three parts.
Three
Two of
parts.
them take place in the present. The first one takes place in the past.
Yep.
Uh, the person in the past worked as. Did you say it was a
Housekeeper,
housekeeper?
housekeeper, basically. Yeah.
No,
It was. It
that's
was housekeeper. Okay.
that's one of the modern day
No, the modern
characters.
day
Is that,
person worked as a
Oh, that was one
housekeeper.
of the. Oh, that
Yeah.
was one of the modern day.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
my bad.
Yeah. Past person owned the bookstore.
yeah.
You know,
Past woman
the
owned the book.
the infamously lost one.
Yeah.
Uh.
I was confused as to where Henry comes in.
So okay, I have a little bit of
No.
a theory.
All right, Ross. Maybe that'll give us a question to ask.
Now, I cannot. I don't know if anyone does this in Ireland, but there are some cultures that believe that, when a person dies, their soul is repurposed. Maybe where that tree started growing was where the bookshop owner's body was buried,
Oh,
like before the house was.
that.
Like now, I don't know if they do that in a.
I
Where
mean,
did you say this took place in
in
Ireland?
Ireland, but even if it's not an
Takes
Irish
place in
Yeah,
tradition,
Ireland.
the book could still use it.
right.
Honestly, I think we blow one on that. I think we blow one to ask if you're right or wrong on this because that'll tell us a lot.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
Eve.
is Ross right or wrong on that?
It is never confirmed, but it's assumed she was buried in England because she was originally from England.
Okay, so they don't discover her body. That was actually that was
Mm-mm.
a
Okay.
lot more information than that question was worth. Okay, all right.
I
You know what? You know
I
what?
mean, hey,
Let's
it's a good theory. It's a good theory.
let's
did
just.
I did remember something from the magical
Again.
elements elaboration
Oh,
also.
okay. All right, throw it in.
The Madame Bowden that I told you about.
Yep.
It seems there's something off about her.
Okay.
And
Wait, who?
the woman that Martha works for.
Right. Okay.
Uh, So, you know what? Let's just do the obvious thing that we've been, like, standing around. What do they find at those roots?
They find the bookshop eventually.
But not underground. You know what? Actually, elaborate. I think we elaborate here.
Oh wait,
It's not
because you
underground because, honest Ross, I think you had the right idea when you talked about the World Tree.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, you know
yeah.
what? I
I
can
think you
I can
had the
see
right
that.
idea. So, I say elaborate. I think we elaborate here.
I'm game. Yeah.
I'm
Elaborate.
ready.
Okay. So it doesn't necessarily start at the roots, but Martha
Uh-huh.
and Henry, they are together actually. They are partners.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay.
And they were in Madame Bowden's house. They went up to the attic because Madame Bowden had gone missing. So they
Oh.
were seeing if she was up there. She wasn't up there, but they found a letter from her saying, you've got it from here, everything's in your name, etc. And then when they were in the attic, they saw a door on the other end of the attic from where they went into the attic in.
Okay.
And when they went through a long tunnel and a bunch of stairs and stuff. And it took them back down to her basement apartment.
Okay. I'll be honest. Okay.
But
Okay.
but when they came back up the stairs the next morning, it wasn't the house, it was the bookshop.
That's pretty over
Are we?
magic. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that sounds pretty magical.
Yeah. Yeah. That one is pretty overt.
I honestly, I was the whole time I was thinking of fuck, what's that movie where
Okay. So.
uh the character like finds a hidden tunnel in like this boring house they just moved into and goes across.
Okay. So.
Keep in mind
Caroline,
this house
Caroline.
was a huge mansion
Yeah.
too.
I get you. So they end up in the bookshop by going
Honestly,
upstairs when they should have ended up somewhere else.
Yes.
honestly, here's a question I thought about
Mm-hmm.
because now we confirm that the characters get to the bookshop. What do they discover in there?
Let's shoot it. What do they discover in the bookshop?
They never find the lost manuscript that Martha was looking for,
Oh.
Okay.
but when they come up the stairs, they see a stained glass portrait on like where the windows are
Uh-huh.
of Opaline and a soldier.
Oh.
Okay.
In the 1920s. This would be around World War
Oh,
One.
yeah, that sounds World War I. Because World War II wasn't until
30.
yeah, 1930.
Well, no, not
For the
1930,
record,
but.
I'll just say this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take away a question or anything. The end of Opaline's story is in the early 1930s.
Uh. Oh. Interesting. You know what? I feel this needs to be asked.
Go ahead.
What type of soldier is in the mural?
I don't know if they would go into that much detail about that. Like,
If it's important, they would have, Ross, and if not, then I know it's not important.
maybe.
He was an Austrian soldier.
Aha.
Oh.
Yeah.
Explain the context because I don't get it.
That the opposite sides.
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah, the UK and
Um,
Austria was on the side that Germany was on in World War One.
Because Austria and Germany were in the
Allies,
same boat.
yeah, allies, whole huge thing. To be very clear, very clear, just so that we don't put it, the World War One soldiers do not have the same moral implications as the World War Two other side.
gotcha.
But this would still be highly controversial.
Yes.
I think I'm starting to get it now. The book.
Slowly am.
Yeah, I think the bookshop was lost on purpose.
Probably to hide that secret
Yeah.
from Mrs. Allen.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Was the bookshop lost on purpose?
It's never confirmed.
Ah.
I was gonna say,
Damn.
I don't know if that'd be something that they'd be confirming.
But I still think I'm right. But
Oh no, I think you're right too. We don't have anything to show that.
I was thinking that it probably was as I was reading it, but I was like, maybe not.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. I mean, so that was the big secret. I have to assume. I'm gonna ask: is the Opaline section of the book about her romance with a soldier?
Not until the very end, up until the middle of it, because it went it went between each character. So like one chapter would be Opaline,
Gotcha.
then
Yeah,
Martha,
I
then
kind of
Henry.
figured. Yeah.
And in the chapters where it was Opaline,
Mhm.
usually she was running her bookshop, but there were a couple situations where she was in a completely different place or
Ah,
something else happened.
they were writing around it basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And then towards the end of her story, she met the Austrian soldier and got with him.
Ah.
Okay.
I have a question I'd like to ask.
Okay.
I'm not sending this one right away, but what was the major conflict of Opaline's story? If like up until the Austrian soldier came in.
Uh, I mean, we could shoot it.
What was the major conflict, if any, of Opaline's story up until the Austrian soldier came in?
Several years before Opaline met the soldier,
Mm-hmm.
she was pregnant with another man's baby.
Ah.
She wasn't, it was
Okay.
out of wedlock,
Ah.
Mm.
and her brother is crazy.
Ah.
Aren't we
And he
all?
sent her to an insane asylum for
Oh.
pregnant women
Oh.
because he was
Wait,
convinced
what?
she was going crazy.
Ah. The
And
1920s were a time, Ross.
yeah, and she convinced the uh man that ran the insane asylum that she wasn't crazy and that it was her brother that was crazy because her brother was paying him to keep her there.
Ah.
And when she was when she after she left, she found out that she thought for like 5-10 years that her baby had died at childbirth. Turns out her baby was adopted
Oh.
by a family, and
Ah.
they tricked her into thinking the baby died in childbirth.
Okay. So here is
Fuck.
our situation because that honestly, Ross, that's not a fuck. We're there. We there. We have this story
No,
down.
no, 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 no.
Oh.
I'm not saying fuck, we got no information. That's just fucked.
Right. So here is what that tells us.
Mhm.
This baby is either A, the rich lady who owns that mansion.
May. Ooh.
B, the I'm gonna say parent of Henry or Martha. I am
What?
leaning towards A.
I lean towards A specifically because
She has some connection to the bookshop.
it has some connection to the bookshop, as well as
Mm-hmm.
you said specifically it would be. There's a chance that it could be Martha and Henry's parents.
Yeah.
Do you realize how old they would be? Because this baby would have been born in
It
like
would have been
the
early
night.
30s, late
Early
20s.
30s. Yeah, that's not too unreasonable. We don't know how old Martha or Henry are, admittedly.
You know what? That's true. That's
Yeah,
fair.
if they were our age.
I'll just give it to you, Pleeps. They're not much older than you.
Okay, yeah, then yeah.
Okay,
Then
yeah. That
I'm gonna
It's not guaranteed, but it's assumed they're around early 30s.
gotcha.
okay.
In that case, I'm gonna lean towards the first option?
I mean, I'm leaning towards the first option because the house literally took him to the bookshop as well.
I guess we'll say, is it the first option? Is it the rich lady? Is she the one who is the child?
It is not.
Okay.
Oh, we're wrong.
Indeed.
Are any of the leads related to her? I'm going to waste another question on that.
Indeed, they are.
Elaborate on that. Hey!
Martha, it's the great granddaughter of her.
Okay.
Wait, so the so we have
Yeah,
No,
her.
she's the regular granddaughter of the baby. She's the great granddaughter of Opaline.
that
Wait,
makes so yeah. No,
wait,
that makes
rewind that. So wait, with
She's regular
Martha is
granddaughter of Opaline's baby.
regular granddaughter. That's why I was asking, because yeah.
Yeah.
So great granddaughter of.
Yeah. So we got
Okay, we got.
another generation is Martha. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Just out of something that was revealed with Opaline's brother at the end. Also, when I was talking about the conflict in her story, she finds out at the end that he's actually her dad, not her brother.
Oh. Ew.
Wait.
Ew.
Wait.
You just
I
threw
what?
that one in there. There was nothing we said that should have got us that one.
Yeah. What? Hold on.
Continuing
Hold on.
from the
Back it up.
Opaline conflict in the back.
All right. So there
Hold
is.
up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
So I am going to say, as a bit of a statement that needs to be stated, what is the rich lady whose name I forgot? Connection.
Madame Bowden.
Madame Bowden. What is her connection to Opaline? Because she has to have one.
It's never confirmed.
Oh,
God damn it.
Weird.
That is interesting. I mean, I get it.
Maybe. Okay.
She
So
probably.
we know the.
I'll tell you what I assumed.
Okay.
I assumed that she was either a frequent visitor to her bookshop, or was someone that she had grown to be friends with over time, because the bookshop was at the time right next door to her house.
Okay.
Okay. Little bit of a theory.
Mm-hmm.
What if she was the one that actually hid them?
Actually hid the bookshop?
Yeah, like hid them from the conflict that was going on.
Maybe. Okay.
Like
well,
maybe it's sort of like a deal with the devil type of thing. Even though it sounds like from what this is that she seems to be a nice person.
I mean,
But
this is a weird type of story where
her house is connected to the world tree. Like I feel like if the bookshop is connected to there, I feel like there must have been some magical sort of deal that happened or something.
World tree. If this is really supposed to be an
Well,
some
but
metaphor,
I'm saying world tree, but
the world tree is not generally some kind of demonic thing. It's not evil.
Oh no, I wasn't claiming it to be an evil thing. Like I was just using a deal with the devil as an example point.
Okay, we were at 3 questions, 1 elaboration. Let's see. What do we? Okay. Why does Henry want to find the bookshop?
He wants to find it because he had been working on a paper with a university about Emily Bronte's manuscript that was lost.
And that's why they couldn't find.
Believed that the lost bookshop was tied to the manuscript.
It was all about this manuscript.
Yes.
So the manuscript wasn't at the bookshop. Was it ever found?
Yes, it was.
Ross, I think you know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Elaborate, please. We'll burn our last
I like
elaboration.
how you come out.
I should get a button that when I press it just says elaborate.
Okay.
Elaborate.
Martha
I like before you continue.
But she realizes towards the end that she has the manuscript tattooed down her back.
What?
Wait.
It magically appeared on her back.
Where was that when we were talking about supernatural elements?
Yeah, wait, hold on. So we get to the bookshop. We don't know anything that happens after that. But then the manuscript's on her back.
But basically, it was assumed that she had gotten it tattooed herself because she had been getting tattoos of different quotes from books going down her back. But eventually, the manuscript just appeared towards the end.
That is wow.
Okay, wait. I'll be honest. That just took a jump that might have been greater than the last book that Pleeps did.
I mean, I think
Like that was a jump. I'm like, what? Hold on.
It sounds like we're dealing with loose fantasy. Here's what we're dealing with.
It sounds like it.
So
Last
one
question.
question.
Cool.
Yeah, you got any ideas?
I'm gonna be so for real right now. I was like kind of lost at the beginning, started following along, and then as soon as that last question came up,
Yeah, no, I got it.
Fun fact, it does say one of the genres is magical realism. I just Googled.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So,
Okay.
I guess our question is: does the book have a happy ending?
Yes, it does.
All right.
Henry. It ends obviously with Henry and Martha finding the bookshop.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
But let's
Yeah,
not,
I assume that was near
let's
the
not
end.
give more details. It's our turn. It's the turn of the cards to us.
Yep.
So I think basically it boils down. I assume they meet. Henry and Martha meet, and I'm going to be focusing on the Henry and Martha story because that's honestly the
Go
one that
for
I
it.
got the most details for.
It's the most important. It's the
Yeah,
more important.
Henry and
really.
Martha meet. They both have their reasons for wanting to find that bookshop. So they both look for it, and in the course of their, I'm going to say investigation, they discover a bunch of clues, and that eventually Martha was the key to the bookshop all along.
Yeah, that basically sounds right.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. And they also they do get married in the epilogue.
Okay.
After that was epilogue. And funny thing about how they met. So it was Martha's first day in Dublin, Ireland, and Henry's first day in Dublin, Ireland, because this takes place in Dublin.
Why did it have to take place in Dublin? There's a much better place in Ireland that things can take place. It's a bay.
Normandy.
Has the greatest last name that anyone can ever have as a last name.
Basically, they meet by him literally coming up to her basement window.
Oh, that. I mean,
After
What?
it starts with him coming downtown after getting drunk at a bar.
ah,
And he
Oh.
walks into
classic
the bookshop.
island moment.
Like he straight up walks into the bookshop in the first chapter he's in.
oh, he goes to the bookshop.
Without even realizing it, because he knew he walked into it, but he was so drunk that he thought it was actually there until he sobered up.
Oh, wow. Okay,
And then he meets Martha through her window.
all right.
Oh.
Any final notes you want to give us before I call the video?
Yeah, I was like, did you enjoy this book, or like how were the reviews on the book? 'Cause I think we had that. Like,
It's got pretty good reviews. Hang on, let me
As
remind
a general rule, I do not look at the reviews till after I've covered it.
Yeah, hang on. It's got.
I mean, that's why I asked at the end.
4 out of 5 on Goodreads.
All right, yeah, no, fair.
No,
This book, I will say, this
not
book
bad.
sounds interesting. Honestly, it sounds like the same energy as my favorite book of all time, Scent Keeper.
It's such a good book. 10 out of 10. Recommend it. I think you would like it, please.
All right. Well, with that all out of the way, I guess this is our first outro of this new format.
Hell yeah, I contributed.
Yeah, let's do it backwards. Neo.
I've been Neo.
I've been Eve.
I've been Ross, and I rate this soda, which is completely empty, about a 6 out of 10. It was fine.
All right. I have been, will be, and I think may currently be plebes.
Crazy.
And
Struggled so much with
I
that.
will see you guys next time that we do one of these. But more importantly than anything else at all, have a good night.